To be here tonight, and as Stan says, my name is Mary Hyners. I live down the street in Lyon Village, have lived there since 1978 with my husband Patrick and my 5 kids, all of whom have now flown the nest and are gainfully employed. Always a good thing for your kids. I believe that we're blessed to live in an urban community that in many ways feels like a small town. I believe, however, that it will take leadership, collaboration, and dedication to retain the character and quality of the life we Arlingtonians have come to enjoy. As we move forward, one of the most important jobs that county board members will be responsible for is helping the community to express and ultimately realize its needs, desires, hopes, and dreams for the future. Over the years, we have come together periodically to discuss where our community is going. Some of you may remember when Metro came to Arlington, or you might have followed the recent conversations about Columbia Pike. I think it's time for us to look back at where we've come from, think about what we've learned, and then talk together about how we want our neighborhoods and our community to look like in 30 years, and what we're going to need to do to get to that reality. As I've walked door to door during this campaign, I've heard Arlingtonians talk about critical, interconnected issues. Let me tell you about 3 issues that I plan to focus on intently if I'm elected to the county board. The first one is improving the county's infrastructure. If you've worked on a neighborhood conservation plan or tried to plan a park recently, you know that Arlington's needs for street, water, sewer, and parks improvements are tremendous. One of the ideas that I have in this area is to form an infrastructure planning task force, which would work with the county board to help us figure out how to manage what has become a very large backlog of projects, how to set priorities, and how to move forward. And I will make it a priority as a county board member to finish projects on time and on budget, just as I did on the school board. The second area that I'm interested in is delivering high-quality human services. If elected, I'll work to continue Arlington's tradition of delivering proactive human services to make Arlington a better, healthier community. I'll work to strengthen our nonprofit partners, people who are critical to the delivery of our safety net, to improve service coordination for folks who use our DHS, and to make supported housing available for our most fragile residents. The third area that I'm interested in is ensuring that we have adequate affordable housing. This is the last one on my list, but it's not the least at all. It's really important to me that Arlington remain a community of opportunity, a place where my children and yours or our parents can move, where public servants and teachers can afford to live, where newcomers and old-timers like us with diverse incomes can all afford to live. Success in this area to me will mean that neighborhoods throughout Arlington have accessible, affordable places for folks at many different socioeconomic stratas to live, in a little ways like the wonderful neighborhood that you all are in right now. In addition, people across Arlington have told me they want their government to do our part to improve the environment, to address transportation needs in a variety of ways, and to structure development to protect our neighborhoods and preserve and expand open spaces. In my view, all of these issues must be addressed now in a coordinated way to strengthen our community. As many of you know, that is exactly what I did on the school board. I looked at what Arlington had done and I learned from the past, and then I rolled up my sleeves and worked with citizens and professional staff to develop effective solutions to complicated problems. The results of those solutions are evident in our terrific, high-performing school system, one that I was very proud to help lead for 12 years. In those 12 years, I learned some key things from my school board service. The first is that we're smarter when we work together. The second is that public accountability matters. The third is that creative ideas come from all sorts of places. And the fourth is that we're more likely to find the best solution if we get the process right and work well together. If we work together now, my experience tells me that we can build the future so that 30 years from now, we'll still all be happy to call Arlington home. Thanks very much for having us this evening. I'm looking forward to your questions.